Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to start with a brief opening statement from Coach. After that, we'll take questions. Just raise your hand if you would like.
Excited about the opportunity to go against UNC this week. Coach Belichick and his staff, see them just doing a pretty good job. I know you guys all just judge everybody off of the records and things of that nature, but for me, watching them and just seeing how week to week his football team's getting better, how he's doing a good job, and you can see starting to implement the whole Belichick brand of football and how they're playing and how they fly around together. So it's a great opportunity. We get to play here at home, Halloween night. It's going to be a good atmosphere.
Questions, we'll start right in front with Dan here and then go to Chris after that.
Coach, how are you?
I'm chilling. How about you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Just coming off of these 4 games with Ricky, what you are seeing, what those positive things are, maybe some leadership, how he's handling the locker room practice, just what you're seeing from Ricky beyond the wins and losses column, so to speak.
I think he's maturing. He's learning how to deal with adversity. He's understanding things don't go your way all the time. So for a month straight, he's just been not in the winning column. So it's a lot of adversity that he's able to face, and guys can see him not running from adversity. So I think that's helping him a lot, and it's helping him develop as a man. It's something he'll need in life when it comes time for him to be a husband and a father.
We'll go to Chris and then Zach.
Fran, have you crossed paths with Bill over the course of your career, and sort of in what capacity?
Oh, I just know him. I haven't crossed paths in reference to working with him or anything, but I just know him. We just know each other.
Then Derek McDonald's a guy that you've missed this season.
Yeah.
Do you know at this point if he's going to take a medical red shirt or apply for one?
Yeah, he's going to be able to come try and play again next year. He's been doing a good job helping out right now on the defensive side of football. Just being as he's training and trying to get his body back and going through rehab. He's been doing a really good job in there, just learning how to be a football coach also.
Have you talked to him to the point that you know he wants to come back here? That's you guys are.
Have I talked to him for what?
That you know he wants to use it here. That he wants to come back.
I mean, I haven't went that far. I mean, I just know that when his hip kept bothering him, I told him I want you to wait out, go get the surgery that you need early, because he had a bad surgery a bad injury that he needed to get surgery for. So we just went from there, and he's a Syracuse kid through and through. So I'm praying that he will want to come back, but he'll do what's best for him and his future.
Thank you.
Go to Zach right here.
Fran, I just wanted to ask, obviously, 2/3 of the way through the season, how have you seen Demetrius develop over kind of the course of the season, and what kind of positives have you seen?
I think he's getting better and better. I think Demetrius is as good as advertised. He's doing well. He might have got scored on maybe twice this year as a freshman, right? Should be a senior in high school. He's a really good player. I think he needs to see more time on the offensive side of the ball come to these last 4 games. I think that they got to get that done and figure those ways out of getting him in. I think he'll start punt returner this week, though, and he's been helping us a lot at corner. I'm excited about him and the matchups he'll get an opportunity to go against this weekend.
Is him playing on offense, is that a conversation you've kind of had with him, just talking hey, we want you more on offense going forward?
Yeah, just want to do it. He wanted to hone in on the corner and make sure that he can get comfortable of being a really good lockdown corner. Him and Chris Pill and Caleb Singleton, who's coming along, Davian Kerr, all those guys are over there playing. But him and Chris has been taking the bulk of the reps, and those guys have been locking in. And then he wanted to become just a better cover corner, and he wanted to lock that position down the right way.
We'll have Gianna give the mic to Aiden so we get it back on this side, and then go to Samantha right after Aiden.
Hey, Coach. Just looking at Devin Grant, how have you seen his growth throughout his 2 years here, and what do you see as his role on the defense?
I think he can make a lot of plays. Devin he had a high ankle sprain, and he still came back and tried to play on it, right? And then he hurt it again, re-aggravated it. He came back a lot faster than some people did. So we'll get a chance to see him play this weekend. I think he'll be a lot better than he was. He should be about 85% plus. I'm excited to watch him play this weekend. I think this will be the first time you'll get to see him going back out as a starter and competing and ready to have fun.
I know Devin's nickname around here is kind of Showtime. He steps up in the biggest moments. Just what do you think of that nickname? How do you think it encapsulates him?
Well, I'll tell you about that nickname Friday night, right? Let me see him step up in a big moment Friday, because this Friday will be a big moment for our football team and for the program. So it'd be cool if he can do that.
We'll go to Samantha, and then we'll go up and back to Nick from WAER.
Coach, when you watch the film back from the game against Georgia Tech, what are the biggest team improvements that you saw from now to, say, a month ago?
I think we playing better in the first quarter on defense. We were giving up a lot of points. That was something that we emphasized. We just got to, I think special teams is consistently getting better, besides the one punt return for a touchdown, right? And I think the guys are playing more together. You know, we're able to show that we can run the ball a little bit. We need to keep pushing away at being able to run the football. I will say those things. I think that we are done a lot better in the first quarter. Before that, we were outscored a lot, and it's not being outscored over the last 2 weeks. It hasn't been like that. So we just got to find a way to push it all the way through, right? And a lot of the young guys got to grow up. They're all playing now, right? They're constantly in the game. This week you'll see a few more young guys in the game than before, and they'll keep playing, especially now we're getting towards that end of the year where you got older guys that are banged up, but then you also have freshmen that are about to hit their 4th games or haven't, and now they'll be able to play the rest of the way through for the 4-game mark, so I can already have them not being nervous next year and not saying, oh, it's like their first time next year to all be able to play this year, because I'm really excited about what we're going to build. You know, we had a big meeting about that yesterday with myself and just the freshmen and then some of the sophomores and different guys of how they wanted to compete. And we want to finish this the right way for the seniors. Like, it's important that we finish this the right way and the seniors go out right of being a class that truly helped push the culture over the top, showed us how to face adversity and move, so then we have the chance of going to win a national championship.
Well, Nick, and then Brent in front.
So, Coach, following the loss on Saturday, Ricky said that one of the things this team needs to do to find success is keep following you. How does it feel to have that support from your quarterback, even despite the losing streak?
It's good. I think he understands and knows that I'm not going to run from anything that's going on. I got to face it head on. Got to understand and know that when you're building something and we're building it with a strong foundation, they know where I stand. They know I always have their back, and I'm thankful that he says that, because that means that he has my back also and the rest of the guys in the program. So we're just going to keep doing it the right way and just moving on, and excited we get the opportunity to compete against UNC this weekend.
We'll go down in front to Brent, Javon, and then hit Maddie in the second row.
Fran, on those younger guys that can get on the field going forward here, what are the traits that you look for that makes you say you're ready to get out there and play?
Just when they can make a mistake in practice and then they could come right back the next play in practice and still take the coaching, right? When you could be at corner for Caleb, like I would see him go through some stuff, and then he would come back in and he would try to do it his own way. Now he'll come back in after making a mistake, and he does exactly what he's been coached to do. It's like, okay, he's ready, right? Because it's not about they're all talented enough, that's why they're here. But it's what can you do when it gets hectic, when the chaos is going, when you make a mistake, or you might have made 2 in a row. Are you still going to fall back on your training? Are you going to try to do what you feel is best for you to look good? Or are you going to do what's best for the football team? And I think guys like Caleb's a great example. He got in this weekend, done a really good job. There's other guys that'll get in this weekend and that'll play and that'll do a really good job. We had a lot of receivers. Boobie Johnson came back. He did really well. Gabe Daniels played his most snaps. Hornsby was in the game again, playing a lot. So there's a lot of guys that are out there playing that are young that we think are really good football players. And then we got some really good ones coming in also.
After the Pitt game, Ricky said he was starting to learn just how easy Steve and Kyle made playing quarterback look, and that it's going to require another level from him. What have you seen from him since then that was help him have his best game of the season so far against Georgia Tech?
I don't know. It's a lot that has to go on to be where Kyle was at, and and the things that Steve did. If you look at where Steve was at, we were 3-1. We beat probably one of the biggest games in Syracuse history. Was won down at Clemson. And then it kind of went from the highest to the high to all of a sudden, right? So I think he has a long way to go to get to that point. you hope that it could happen this week or ever. You know what I mean? We're gonna compete though when it comes to quarterback right now.
When you look at what you've seen from Ricky, Luke, Joe, Rich, all those young guys, how encouraged?
Say that again.
When you look at what you've seen from your young quarterback so far, how encouraged are you about them being able to have another full off season with you guys and being able to come back next year as maybe better products?
I'm excited about a couple of them, man. I'm excited about a couple of those guys I've seen. I'm excited about Steve coming back, right? Definitely excited about that. I'm excited about, you know, I don't know if I could talk about commits and things of that nature, but there's guys coming from high school, so it's just I'm excited about the future, as everybody knows that, right? I'm thankful for the opportunity that you get to recruit in this country, right? I'm thankful for the opportunity that you get to compete daily, and I'm thankful for this weekend, right? Honestly, let's just go to Friday. We're gonna compete this weekend, so I'm just ready to play Friday night.
Juwan, if you can just pass it right behind you to Maddie.
Coach, you mentioned Friday being a big game for you guys. You have 4 more games left. You need to get 3 wins in order to head to that bowl game. How do you kind of tackle, saying that it's an important game to the team, but also, maybe not hyping it up too much, especially with a short week?
I mean, it's hype. We're playing a football game against someone else, but we just got to win today, right? It's the same thing, the same pattern, same culture, everything's the same. Just got to win today and see if we keep getting better, right? As you guys been watching the game, you probably see guys doing a little bit better on defense, doing better at certain things, up and down at certain positions. And we just got to keep growing. Everybody got to do their job. So we're just going to focus on guys being able to do their job, a couple plays more than they can do their job on the other team, and try to come out with a victory.
With a short week this week, how are you kind of tackling that, heading into a Friday night game?
Just the same way. It's just yesterday was Monday, even though it was Tuesday, and even though it was Sunday for the world, it was Monday for us. So everything's moved up a little bit. Today is Tuesday in our eyes.
We'll have Susie get it back down in front to Christian and then Dan.
Coach, how excited are you to go up against Coach Belichick and his staff, of just with the pedigree that he's brought and that his coaching staff has brought?
I'm honored to be able to coach at Syracuse University. So it really doesn't matter who we're about to go up and play against. It's an honor to be the head football coach here, to be able to go and compete against anybody. I'm thankful that I got a chance to know who Coach Belichick was and get to know him. And I'm happy I get the chance to compete against him, right? It's a football game, and it's a blessing that I get to do this. So I'm very thankful for the opportunity to compete this weekend and to help our football team be able to go out and compete to get a win.
Last year when we talked with players a lot, they talked about Coach Nixon installing a pro-style offense. How much help does having that pro-style offense and those tendencies help to coach against a coaching staff that has a lot of pro experience as well?
They do what they do and we do what we do. So I think a lot of times people just say that and you like the word, so everybody been running with it for a long time. But they got a good offense. They do a good job. I like the stuff that they do. Coach Kitchens is their offensive coordinator. He does well. Steve, Coach Belichick's son. I know Steve. We got a chance to meet when I was working at Rutgers. He does a good job on defense. I think I have Coach Pfeiffer, their special teams coordinator. He does a good job. So, they all do a good job. They all working, and you can see the team getting better, right? You can see them constantly just getting better week after week after week. So I'm happy we get to compete against them. I'm happy to work here at Syracuse. I'm ready to go compete this weekend.
Dan and then Chris.
Fran, bringing in Jonte Cook and giving him this opportunity, now he's worked with 2 different quarterbacks on the field. What are you seeing from Jonte up to this point?
He's learning how to adapt. I think this is good for him. It's good for his career, being as though, all the things that he's been through and where he's at now. I think he's been a class act kid. He's come here and done everything that he's asked to do. He competes his butt off. And it's a good deal for him, man. I hope that he's able to dominate the rest of the year. He should come back next year. He'll dominate then, and then he'll go and play in the NFL. He'll be a draft pick. Right? He's a kid that I have an opportunity of being drafted just because of his mindset. Right? He loves ball. He's smart. He's a thinker. He's always thinking and analyzing everything. And I think he'll play even better these last 4 and going into next year 4 to 5, and then going into next year so that way he has the he's going to play with an edge, right? We're becoming more the same type of people. We've been around each other more. He understands and knows what I'm looking for. I know what he wants. I know his dreams, goals, and aspirations. So I think we'll meet completely and be on the same page, and you'll see Cook could be a machine next year, to be honest.
And then you said after the Clemson win that nobody deserves it more than the city of Syracuse. What do you want to say to the city of Syracuse as you return home this week?
I'm just sorry that we lost for a month straight, to be honest. It's not cool. It sucks, to be honest. It's just not the way things should be around here. And for me, it's something that I got to change. I'm responsible for that. I'm the head coach of that, so I take all the blame. Everything that happened, I got to be able to fix it. That's why they made me the head coach. That's why the city accepted me with open arms of being a part of the community, being around here, and I just really apologize for the way we've played and we've came out and competed and haven't been able to win for a month straight. So we got to make a change, and it has to change, and we'll get it together. I know we will.
Chris?
Fran, you guys have done a really good job. I mean, Demetrius is playing as much as any true freshman. Antoine is. John Wildhack's told us because of legal reasons, the school only does 1-year contracts. Does that put you guys at a disadvantage trying to lock those guys up?
I ain't about to talk about that. I would have to go to the next question.
We'll go to Zach here. Gianna brings it.
Fran, Ricky talked a lot, I guess, after last week's game about like keeping momentum and like I guess just building throughout the game. Obviously, you have the big run on the first play against Georgia Tech, and you can't score a touchdown there. But how do you keep the momentum in games? Is that something you're emphasizing to your team in terms of that?
Yeah, those are things that I got to keep working on and talking to them about, and just understanding who we are as a football team, right? And there's some things that I watched the tape and I'm like, wow, I could do this better. I can get that better. I think all that goes with me, right? And I got to fix all those things and just keep growing and getting better as a football coach. I keep getting better as a head coach, then the momentum and all those things will work itself out. I mean, it's pretty simple, some of the stuff. So, I just feel like the team's growing, right? The team's getting better, and they'll continue to grow. We'll continue to get better. And as you score points and you do that, then momentum stays, right? I think momentum comes with points and takeaways. So we need to put up more points and take the ball away from the offense more, and then momentum will stay on your side.
Running short on time, we'll take our last two. One question each to Samantha and then Hayden.
I think Javon was trying to ask you something.
We'll have 3 more. One each from Samantha, Javon, then Hayden.
See, Javon, I told you we was cool.
You mentioned that you had a meeting with the freshmen, and I think you said a few of the sophomores as well.
Yeah.
What compelled you to want to have that meeting with that group? And as much as you're willing to share, what kind of sentiments were you expressing to them in that meeting?
Our seniors deserve more, and I want to make sure that we go and we compete our butts off for them. I want them to leave with a bang. I want them to go out the right way. They put a lot into it, and we all care about them and we love them. So let's make sure that we go out and do it, and everyone's responsible for that. And it's easier to look at groups instead of the entire team and just do that. So I just did it in groups first, so then that way everyone knows and understands that we're playing for them and that our 2025s will be national champs. And the other guys will make sure that they own it. The 24s who are here, I didn't get to really go recruit. Like I was recruiting, but it was fast, right? I got to really know all the 25s, and then the 24s. I'm locked in with those guys to make sure they understand. Even with guys like David O, I didn't recruit him, but I told him, yeah, I didn't personally recruit you, but I did, because that's why you're here. So, like, you're my player now. Let's get this done, right? Let's do this the right way for our seniors, so then that way they can go out the way they're supposed to go out. And then we remember these feelings, and let's make sure we hit it the right way next year.
Last two, Javon and then Aiden.
Fran, for you as a guy with a reputation for being honest with his players, when Steve comes back, it's his job again. How do you convince those guys in that room to come back next year knowing their spot on the depth chart is going to drop at least one spot? Like, what is that conversation like with them?
You got to compete if you want to go to Syracuse. So, If you think I haven't told a single recruit that they were starting. I haven't told a player here that they were starting. They had to come and they had Demetrius Samuels came in. He was with the second group at first, and then he just worked his way right in quick and kind of done things like they just got to work and compete, right? Everybody gonna get an opportunity to compete and an opportunity to play, and if they don't want to compete, then they got to go. I mean, they got that right too, right? Cool thing about it is it happens early, so they don't want to compete to play quarterback here. The portal opens in January, so, and I will wish them the best, right? Some people might not want to do that, and that might not be what's best for them or for their family at the moment. So I would just say they got to go do what's best for them and be where they at. So we'll be fine though when it comes to that position and being able to get someone that's tough, that's going to want to compete against him also, you know what I mean? Because like Steve's going to have to continue to compete, but you know what I mean, he's showed us that he can play ball. And we just hope that everything is, just hope it all works out right with him, with the surgery, with the injury and the rehab and everything, and rehab's the right way. So once all that's fine, then we'll see where we're at when that time comes.
Last question, Dave.
Yeah, just kind of on that Steve front, it's been over a little bit over a month now since he went down. Just how much do you get to talk to him, and just how's he doing mentally?
I talk to him every day. He doing all right. I call him every time, once in a while, and I'll cuss him out. I'll just be like, you messed my season up, right? And then I have to mess with him and say, nah, just keep pushing, keep talking to the guys, keep making sure they're developing, stay around the team. He's in here. He sits right in the back of you guys in this team meet, and he's locked in, right? Like, he a football guy. Like, he loves football. And we talk to everybody. Like, if you get hurt, like, they don't stop talking to you. You're not, not around no more, right? We got Rashad Perry, who I'm speaking to all the time and doing stuff with Rashad. You got Derek McDonald, who's involved in everything. They're in every meeting. Just because you're injured, you don't not show up. You don't get to do what you want to do. You just have a different plan now. You just don't get to practice, but you still got to get dressed, come out to practice, got to still do all those things that you can do. And then that's your practice until you get healthy enough and being able to play again. But Steve's a good kid, man. He's still the leader of our football team. He's still talking to guys and, putting his own little 2 cents into certain things. So it helps a lot.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Cool.
You're on in a second for the players.